from an infallible source. The second thing is free will is an open future. Free will, at least in the incompatibilist sense, requires that multiple futures genuinely remain open until choices are made. If you truly have freedom, then at time t, you could choose path A, B, C, D, or E, and neither is pre-ruled. If the prophecy is true at time t, then by definition, E must occur at t. If E must occur then at t, you cannot choose anything other than E without falsifying the prophecy. Therefore, either your choice is already determined, no real freedom, or the prophecy isn't certain and so isn't a prophecy in the strong sense. In symbolic form, let prophecy be it is true that E happens at t. The truth condition for the prophecy requires E to happen at t. But at t, you could freely bring about anything other than E, then the prophecy would be false. So you can't have both true prophecy and genuine openness to anything other than E. One side must go. So let's talk about a few ways to reconcile this and why it often fails. The first strategy is conditional prophecies. So if you do X, then Y will happen. Well, if you would have done this, then this would have happened. This fails because now it's not a pure
Go lay
prophecy,
down.
but a prediction with a built-in caveat.
Why are you guys in my face?
At most, this would be a vague variable prediction, not a valid prophecy.
Go lay down,
Another
Nala.
strategy is middle knowledge, also known as Molinism. Now this fails because it posits foreknowledge of what would happen under any choice, but that still implies the prophet knows your choice in advance, so your freedom is illusory or pre-anchored. The third strategy that I want to highlight is open theism, or future contingent view. This one stumbles because it claims the future is partly unformed. Prophecies are really insights into current trends, not absolute certainties. So again, they lose prophetic status. Now, the true elephant in the room for this conversation is that belief in the prophetic leads to a fatalist conclusion. True prophecy leads to fatalism. If it's going to happen, then nothing you do can actually stop it. True freedom makes prophecy impossible. If you can change course, no one can know for sure what you'll choose. So either way, prophecy collapses into a vague, non-falsifiable story if you preserve choice, or deterministic script if you preserve certainty, in which case choice is just an illusion. So what does this tell us? Prophecy and free will are logically incompatible. You cannot coherently claim both you're free to choose and I know exactly what you'll choose. Any attempt to say prophecy either strips it of its predictive teeth or robs us of genuine agency. Now, let's unpack the problem with believing in prophets. First, there's a dependency on unfounded authority. In every tradition, a prophet claims to speak for the gods. Remove that premise, and there's no ground for accepting their
Hit that like button, y'all.
Epistemic privilege vanishes.
You know you like to watch me
Without a
sleeping.
supernatural channel, a prophet is just another person making
Looking
guesses,
dead into
and
your
no
soul.
more trustworthy than a random pundit. There's always vagueness in retrofitting, oracular ambiguity.
Shit.
Always phrased loosely, a great ruler will fall. That vagueness means you can point to anything as fulfillment.
Fireworks is live, bitches.
Once the world does something slightly like the prophecy, believers cherry-pick texts, tweak translations, or invent backdated manuscripts. Consider falsifiability versus meaninglessness. If
Riddle me this, Batman.
fails, pose a precise dated prophecy to be checked. Inevitably, it's wrong, and the prophet is exposed as a fraud.
That's
If
the riddle.
untestable, it's vacuous. Retreat to symbolic or spiritual prophecy, which by design.
What are y'all doing, man? Start talking. Do some troll shit. Always be all hype when it's a retard on the screen. Some retarded chick singing. Somebody doing tarot. Like, hey, you want to talk?
Zero predictive power. A true prophecy implies that events are fixed. Yet prophets often warn people can alter the outcome. The prophecy wasn't certain in the first place.
Oh, fucking YouTube.
Prophet is a container.
Never works the way you want it to.
Retroactive spin and appeal to hidden authority.
Hey, dude, you just gonna stare at me? You ain't gonna hit the like button, bro? Come on, bro. Give me a like. Do I gotta beg? Do I gotta suck your dick?
Check.
What I gotta
A
do
good
for
rule
a
of
like,
thumb is
bruh?
that if the authority is hidden,
What I gotta do
so
for
is the
a
authority.
like?
So let's talk about the hidden costs of hidden knowledge.
Y'all are bogus, man.
First,
Y'all are the
there's the
ones letting this
reward
AI take
of
over the
hidden
world.
knowledge itself.
You ain't doing shit
The
about it.
illusion of ease. Believing in a
You always
secret
expect
chat
somebody else to
with
do some shit for
profit.
you.
It feels effortless compared to
Man,
the
y'all
hard work
fucked
of
up, bro.
research,
Y'all
analysis, and
fucked up
critical
everything.
processing. This is an authority shortcut. It lets us skip the messy steps of evidence
Tell the
gathering
Father your
by referring to
lies.
someone else's claimed insight.
Jesus?
If
What
we crave
Jesus?
active input,
We got one, baby.
this
Don't
also
leave me
leads to
now.
intellectual
You know you
laziness
gotta fight
and
for the
robs
cause.
us
That's what
of
the
our
Bible says,
unfulfilled
bruh.
goals.
In other
When
words,
we expect truth
I'm
to be brought from
rephrasing.
on high, we never cultivate
Where's
the
this
habit of
Jesus that you're
asking
talking
questions,
about?
pursuing
Bro's gonna
clarity
spam
over
the chat
mentally
on me.
disparate
You're
facts.
gonna spam
Our
the
own
chat on me?
potentially
I'll be
brilliant
your
ideas
Satan
become
today.
thoughts
I'll be
like
your devil.
just as unused muscles weaken,
What's up,
our research
Orlando?
skills,
Hit
evaluating
that like
sources,
button, brother.
weighing evidence, constructing
Brother,
arguments,
I'll
and
be your
generate
Satan
without regular
today.
exercise. The consequences can be great for
Jesus is your king,
patriots,
my nigga boy. You
swallowing
tripping, bro. Look at the
announcements
neighborhood.
giggity.
Look
But
at the
major
neighborhood,
influence
bruh.
is collective knowledge,
Look at the
the
neighborhood. What
deciphering
did
of our
Jesus do
convictions.
for the neighborhood,
Societies
bro?
flourish
He
when
ain't
many
do
minds tackle a
shit.
problem together. Prophetic
Hey, you know
families
what's fucked up
concentrate
about that?
attention on a single
I
vision
used to be really
and
religious.
crowd out
I used to be a
crowdsourced
Hebrew
rumors.
Israelite.
Communities rally
And
around the prophet's message, isolating
reading the Bible
dissensions.
and learning it,
Without
I
diversity,
researched my way out of the
stereotypes
Bible.
challenge and
And out of all
conflict
religion, it's all
steadfastly
bullshit.
in goodness.
Not
The
one religion's
consequences of
God ever
progress
shows up, bruh.
slows, blind spots
And Jesus
widen,
isn't God. If you think Jesus is
resources
God,
crowded out,
you're out of your
as
fucking mind,
background.
bro.
So
He
let's
even
talk about
says
the
he's
way
the
ahead
son.
before we
He
lose
says
it,
he has a
so
father,
we can
bro.
reclaim the
How could
habits
God
of
put
active
himself in the
knowledge
wilderness just to
and
chastise
embrace
himself? What kind of shit
fearlessness
is that,
as a
bro?
daily practice.
See what I'm
Start
saying?
each day by asking one why or
You don't
how
see what I'm
about the
saying,
world
buddy.
around you. Lean into evidence-first
Jesus is
thinking.
the way,
Seek
the
primary
truth, and the
sources that
life.
lead to data
John
and firsthand
3:16.
accounts
For God so
over
loved the
disseminated
world.
evidence in
Ugly ass
silos.
boy, that shit does. It's not
We're an
real.
idea incubation
The whole
center.
entire New
Capture your
Testament was
electric
written by
results even after
anonymous
they've been
authors.
released.
That
Research
means
from leading
nobody knows who the
scientists and
fuck wrote
coaches
which book.
manuscript
They just
bulletproofs.
put names on it.
Also,
You
champion
don't even know what you're
collaboration.
talking about. You don't even
Form
research
study
your
groups
own
where
book.
members bring fresh
You don't do any
perspectives and challenge
etymology.
others'
You're
assumptions.
just a liar. You're a liar like the
No
Bible
single
talked about.
expert dominates.
Why don't you stop
Members
lying to
start
yourself for
learning
once in
about
your
authority
fucking
study guides,
fake ass
research
life,
studies,
dude?
and reflection prompts
Why?
about subjects just like this one.
Why are you people
That
the way you
authoring is
are?
growing daily. Consider downloading the free
You just want to
course to build a
bullshit all the
study group
time.
where you are. And it's
Want to
also
believe in some shit that never happens. Prayer doesn't change anything. People help people.
a great way
You're not going to go to the doctor
into our Sunday
for
sessions
cancer.
right here on the channel every Sunday.
I mean, you're not going to pray for cancer to go away out of your body, right? You're going to go to the doctor. It's a fact. When the fuck does your prayers ever bring back people's limbs? When does it bring back people from the dead? When does it do anything? Stop lying to yourself. It's fucking simple, bro. You simple ass people. I used to be simple too. I feel like a fool now. That shit's annoying, bro. It's just, and now it's just annoying. Especially when people say shit like that, Jesus is king, and these Christianized phrases, like, it's so annoying. Why don't you live in reality for once? Why don't you do some actual work to change your life? You don't want to. No, that's, you hope I find my path again. It wasn't real. You've never kept the commandments, bro. You didn't keep the commandments. Hatred for who? Who do I have hatred for? All I've ever done is love people. There's a time for everything. Now it's time to hate. You're right. My heart is full of hatred. You're correct. Now it's time for hate. You don't understand you have to be an even man even if you were. See, the Bible got its philosophy right. That's one of the things it stole from Greek mythology and other religions. Paganism. It got its philosophy right. But you people are liars. Even the dude that said he hopes I find my way. Like, what kind of shit is that to say? You don't even know me. I've done more for people than you've ever done in your life, in your entire life, in a few years. Like, it's crazy how someone could say that to somebody and you don't realize that it's an insult. Or maybe you meant to insult me. We are online. So, heart full of hatred. Who did I say I hate? Win anything. It doesn't make any sense. You just want to say some shit. Yeah, I hate the Bible because it's fake. If I got a heart full of hatred, I hate the Bible because there's no evidence of anything that's happened in it. Except for maybe there was a king of Israel at one point. That's the only evidence outside of the Bible that we have, is that there was an Israel. That's it. Literally. Not figuratively, not virtually, literally. Read what again? What do you want me to read? The whole entire Bible again? You want me to study the translation of words again? You want me to tell you what hell is? There is no hell, you know that, right? It's called Sheol. That's the translation. And it means grave or death. And there was a place in the Middle East at that time that they called Sheol, that people would go to throw like dead bodies or some shit like that. It's not real, bro. It's not. Just deal with it. God would have killed me right now. God would have done something about all the bad things happening. If God was such a caring and all-knowing and loving God, he would have done something. We don't need to know his reasoning. We know that we were supposedly made in his image, right? So we would know that we need to do something like we do now with the world.
Now,
and nobody does anything.
Can take many forms.
So simple. 75% of the world is poor, bro. God does punish. God does all. That's what the Bible says. What are you talking about?
He's calling on Americans to stand up.
Oh, it says he does all. The Bible literally says he does all. You know, God killed 2 million people in the Bible, and the devil only killed 10 with God's permission. God killed a bunch of kids with a bear, bro, because they were making fun of an old man or some shit, right? You remember that story? Was it in Job? I don't remember where it was, but you remember that story, don't you?
First, we must recognize that the president is unfazed by citizen outrage.
God made who was it? Was it Lot's wife who turned to ash when she looked back just for looking? Because she disobeyed words. God literally cursed all of humanity because his 2 beings that didn't know right from wrong at the time ate an apple or a fruit out of the tree, bro. It doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid.
Yeah, well, that's first off, all right, it's good to see you.
Well, I was in pain. I'm not anymore.
In addition, I think protests are really
I was
inspiring.
once for a long time. I was going through a lot of stuff, and I'm not going through anything. I'm actually really happy in life. I stopped drinking.
Media coverage like you're doing.
I stopped smoking cigarettes recently.
But if you look specifically at where the president has walked back,
We own stuff. Like I'm happy.
Or walked back tariffs really crisply.
My life was hard, but there's.
Either the bond market.
I would say if I could do shit differently, I would have at certain points. But
zeroed in on is if you were going to find the
I'm content with the person I am.
10 companies responsible for 40% of the S&P.
I'm a great person, and I'd easily be able to tell somebody I'm great and show them.
Or sometimes providing infrastructure
At the same time.
But they're especially susceptible to a slowdown in subscription revenues. So if you were to try and send a message by not shopping for groceries from Kroger, you'd have to get 5 families to not buy any groceries for a year for the same economic impact as canceling one ChatGPT subscription based on the
See, people only like to watch people that are gonna make them forget about the things in the world. The same way they always like to forget things.
Who the president listens to and to the president.
They just want to hear people say nice things that are going to make them feel better about their day, or not doing anything about their life being a slave. And
find out you have 4 AT&T accounts, 3 of which serving iPads,
it's kind of crazy.
BlackBerry that you haven't used in 8 years. You can find you have 3 Apple TV Plus accounts. You can find your subscriber to Amazon One healthy you didn't even know you didn't cancel 6 years ago. So in sum, this is a high impact way to send a message, and you might save some money along the way.
It's hilarious.
So you target a group.
Nobody likes hearing real shit. They only want to hear what makes them feel good.
And one is called the blast zone. You say ground zero and blast
Doesn't
zone.
matter if you tell them the truth. They'll never change. It's got to be some random thing that hits you and makes you understand, like, oh shit, now I see what I was doing wrong. Or now I know.
What I call ground zero is big tech companies that trade for trillions of dollars.
Nothing you say matters to people.
Effectively the people sitting around the table when he prostrates them out for a photo op, and who he seems to be obsessed with, and quite frankly, had figured out that it's a pay-for-play administration where if they give the president enough money, they might have their deal
The
approved.
whole
Or they
truth
might be
and
able to
nothing
skirt
but the truth,
tariffs,
so
or they
help
might be
you
lining up for
God.
government-backed debt financing of their
God
data centers
doesn't
or chip
punish in this
facilities.
life.
So essentially, ground
It's
zero
kind of
is
weird
big
to say
tech
that
platforms, and that's
with all the
Apple,
shit going around and
Alphabet,
believing in a
Amazon,
being
Meta,
that
and
controls
then the blast
everything.
zone is companies
God
that
doesn't punish
have
in
much
this
lower
life,
market
but he
caps
just
but
lets
are
bad things
enabling
happen to
directly
good people.
ICE, whether it's AT&T,
He sees all and hears all.
there's a variety of
I hope you
companies that are
find your rig and sounds
specifically
like
and
you're in some
directly
pain.
aiding ICE's efforts. But I want to be clear, I'm not,
I once
as
was.
a guy with some economic security, I don't feel like it's up to
Everybody
me to
goes
be,
through
or my
pain.
right to be the arbiter of telling who to subscribe from what.
Not in any pain
I'm trying to
anymore.
make it easy for people to unsubscribe
Doing a
and send a
lot better
message. And also, you may
and
decide
a
that you
lot
want to just
happier.
pause it and then resubscribe in March, or you might decide that you didn't need this stuff and you want to keep sending a message. What I'm trying to do is send a signal to consumers that a weapon hiding in plain sight, if like me, they want to send a message and they want to feel as if they're doing something, that
Let's get right into it. Number 6. The myth of the gentle empath. Everyone has that one image burned into their brain. The empath
Oh
is
my
a
God,
soft,
they
glowy
always
person
do
who
this.
cries at nature documentaries and apologizes to furniture they bump into.
Crazy.
What's up, everyone? I just moved into a new house. This is the lower basement, and we have a small. To be governed.
Anarchism. Why is anarchism a world without government?
It's a Chevy Equinox with advanced safety features.
Give me that.
Pre-owned video games and consoles, movies, electronics, collectibles, and
To be governed is to be watched, inspected, spied upon, directed, law-driven, numbered, regulated, enrolled, coordinated, preached at, controlled,